welcome to the kitchen of this Mexican living here in Switzerland. Today I want to show you guys a very special recipe because we're in September. And what is celebrated in September? Mexican Independence Day! Woohoo! Many people, especially in the US, they think it's Cinco de Mayo and they do these parades and festivities, and guess what? That is not a date that is celebrated in Mexico. It was a little battle. It wasn't anything special, anything wow, anything super. We don't celebrate it in Mexico, so keep that in mind. It's September 16th, Mexican Independence Day! Woohoo! So I'm going to teach you guys how to make conchas again. You maybe already saw the previous video. If not, then you get to see this again. But with the colors of the Mexican flag as the coating, it's going to be really cool and really delicious. So let's get our hands in the dough. So the ingredients we're going to need to make the dough for our conchas are half a cup of milk, half a cup of warm water, 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar, 2.5 teaspoons of dry yeast, 1/3 of a cup of softened buttered, or it can also be melted, 2 eggs, 4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of vanilla essence. So step number 1 for making our conchas is we have to activate our yeast. We're going to add the warm water, the yeast, and the sugar. The dry ingredients get sprinkled over the water, and we're going to let it stand for 15 minutes or until it's foamed up. If your yeast doesn't foam up, then it means it wasn't activated, so throw it out and start over again. Okay, so the next step is we're going to add all our ingredients in the bowl. The yeast already activated, so that goes in there as well. Everything goes in the bowl. We're going to mix for 20 minutes at medium speed. How do you know that your dough is ready? Okay, it's going to be a very smooth, elastic texture, and it's going to come off the bowl. If it's still sticky, if it sticks to your hands, if you were kneading it with your hands and it sticks to your hands, it means it's not ready. So you have to continue kneading it. Another thing is, doughs can turn out different. So if you think your dough is still very sticky after a while, you can add a bit of flour, like spoonfuls. Just add 1 or 2 and then continue kneading. If it improves, then okay, that's enough. If it needs more, then you add more. Same goes for liquid. If your dough looks a bit dry, then you can add just a little bit of water and knead it more. And if it turns out fine, then that's enough. If not, then you just add a bit more. Otherwise, that's it. Okay, so our dough is finished. As you can see, it doesn't stick to my hands at all. It's very smooth and it's elastic. So this is how your dough has to look when it's finished with all the mixing. The next step is we're going to put it in our bowl and we're going to let it rest for 6 hours. We want it to grow. So it's going to be in there for 6 hours, and we're going to cover it with a damp cloth. Here's the thing, you can leave it for 1 hour, so it depends on how hungry you are. But if you want them to get nice and big and fluffy, then you leave them longer. So these are going to stay in here for 6 hours. Okay, so now we're going to do the dough, which is the coating of our concha bread. And the ingredients you need are 1 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/3 of powdered sugar, cups also, sorry. 1 cup of softened butter, 3 tablespoons of vanilla essence, and red and green food coloring. I'm going to be using the gel version. You can use whichever type you have at home. Okay, so the next step is mixing all the ingredients that I mentioned before to make the coating for our conchas, the dough for our conchas cover. So we're going to mix them all. We can do that by hand. And the only thing we're not going to put inside is the food coloring. You're going to mix the flour, the pulverized sugar, and the butter and the vanilla. That's it. The food coloring comes after. Once you have your white dough, you separate it into 3 sections, 3 portions, and then you're going to color. You're going to color one green, another one red, and the other one stays white. After that, we're going to cover it. We're going to make like little rolls, little logs, and we're going to put them in plastic wrap. And we're going to put those inside the fridge for 15 minutes so that it stays a bit more firm. And when we mark them with our Concha marker, it keeps its shape better. Okay, so the dough for the cover of our concha is ready. You have to separate it in 3 equal portions, kind of. I mean, you can weigh them or you can just eyeball it and see if it looks similar. And the next step is, well, before that, the texture has to be similar to that of cookie dough. So if you see that it has the texture of cookie dough, then you're set to go. If it's still a bit liquidy, then you can add a tablespoon or 2 of flour, mix it, and if you see it's fine, then that's enough. If not, then you can add more. And well, now the next step is adding the food coloring. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be using gel food coloring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a toothpick and I'm going to scoop out a little bit at a time until I get the intensity of color I want, either a very bright green or a very bright red or a soft green or soft red. It depends on how bright you like the colors. Another thing which is very important to me and hopefully to you guys as well is using gloves. The thing is, food coloring, even though it's vegetable origin, it will stain your skin and it will last for many, many, many days, and it's horrible to have your hands like really painted. So if you guys want to avoid that, don't be lazy. Go grab some gloves and mix your dough with the gloves, because it honestly will stain and your hands will be stained for many days. So after that, you just put them in the fridge. Okay, so the cover coating for our conchas, it's done, it's been colored, it's nice and bright, it looks pretty. And it's in the plastic wrap, so now we're going to put it in the fridge for 15 minutes. Okay, so our dough rested 6 hours. As you can see, it's all blown up. That's what it was supposed to do. That's why you let it rest. As you saw in my hands how the dough looked and how it looks, the purpose of letting it rest is so that everything gets activated and it blows up like you're seeing here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to punch out the air, and then we're going to roll it out into a log, and that log we're going to cut it up in 12 equal pieces. Each piece is going to be your concha bread. So in order for it to have the shape of the concha bread, you have to ball it up and then just give it like a slight squish, and then you just put them on a tray. Dun, 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 dun. 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 Okay, so we're done with our conchas. We've put them all together. Look at how beautiful they are. They are honestly really cool looking. I love how vibrant the colors are. So the next step is we're going to let them rest for another 40 minutes, just as they are here on the tray. Once the 40 minutes are up, we're going to bake them between 15 to 20 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius or 375 Fahrenheit. Okay, so our conchas are finally done, and let me show you guys. I mean, How amazing is this? Look at the colors. They are honestly really vibrant. They're beautiful. I mean, they couldn't have turned out any nicer. And the thing with baking, especially when you're using food coloring, is when the dough is raw, the colors look nice and vibrant and it's like, oh wow, and then you get them out of the oven and the colors usually get a bit dull and it's a bit disappointing. But in this case, that's not what happened. Look at the colors. They still look amazing. And it's something really nice to do now in September for Independence Day. It's a treat you can surprise your guests. Or, you know what? You don't need guests. Party on your own. Have some for yourself. I mean, you don't need any excuses to enjoy this nice spread. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was simple and understanding. That's what we try to make our videos, as simple, as easy as possible, so you guys can do these things in a practical way. And see you guys next time. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please watch the other videos. Just click on the links and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.